Hey guys, and welcome. I'm Kate, and I'm here with a slightly grumpy Memphis. We are going to bring you a sweet little flow to get you out of your grouchies and get you moving. So grab a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start in Vajrasana, so you can grab a block or a blanket if you want, and you're gonna take the block or the little blanket nugget you've got, fold it up between your heels, and then take a seat. And if this is wildly uncomfortable for your knees, you can sit up on a block and a blanket, or maybe two blocks, or you can just move your way into a Sukhasana, a cross-legged comfortable seat. That's totally fine too. All right, so we're gonna take just a moment to relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Feel the block underneath your sitting bones, and feel the mat, the floor underneath your shins, the fronts of your ankles and the tops of your feet. The muscles in your stomach soften and the tops of your shoulders melt away from your ears. And breathe some length into your spine, some lightness into your posture. And take a second to check in. Let's see how you're feeling and give yourself an honest answer. Not some crazy platitude where you feel like you're supposed to be okay if you're not. Just check in. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Whatever it is, acknowledge. And then soften into it. Bring some space to it with your breath. Bring some air to it, however you're feeling. And sometimes when we acknowledge, it's easier to let it go. Another deep breath in, and a soft exhale. And gently open your eyes. And from here, you're gonna take your left hand out to the side. Just walk it out a bit. You can pop up onto your fingertips or drop onto your hand. Sweep your right arm up and over. Just give yourself a long stretch through that right side body. And then inhale, come on up. And same thing over to the right side. Walk it out and reach your left arm up and over your ear. Nice deep breath into this left side rib cage. And then slowly come on back up, hands to your thighs. Just a couple of rounds of cat and cow. He's moving. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, you can slide your hands over your knees and just help yourself round as you curl in. And inhale, arch and lift. And exhale, curl it in again. One more inhale. See, it works. And then exhale, curl it in. All right, from here, you're gonna inhale, come on forward for a second. And if you're on a block or a blanket, you're just gonna move it to the side. And then bring your knees together, your heels together, and you're gonna sit back on your heels. All right, just nice and easy. You're gonna take your left hand out to the side again. This time, grab the right knee, and you're gonna slowly pull it up. So the top of your right foot still rooted onto the mat, and you can even push that puppy down for a second. And then switch, drop that knee, slide over to the right, and lift the left leg. And press into the top of your foot. That's it. And then you're gonna come back onto your heels, take your hands behind you, dial your fingertips back, roll your shoulders back, and just lift your chest. And take some space into the collarbones. You can slide your head back if you want, or keep your chin tucked to your chest. And then walk your hands back underneath you. You're gonna take your hips and just pop them over to the left. So now we're sitting like this. Take your right hand across to your left knee and slide your left hand behind it. And you're just going to take a gentle twist. And this right side hip is going to want to kind of glide with you, and let it. It's okay. Nothing too forceful today. And then back through the center, you're going to pop back up onto your heels and then switch to the other side. Let your hips drop over to the right. And now your left hand's going to grab that right knee, lengthen up, and twist yourself this way. And just breathe. And come back through center. You're going to pop onto your heels one more time. This time, take your knees a little bit wider. Bring your hands behind you. Fingertips point out again. Roll the shoulders back, lift your chest. And this time, if you want, you can press into your fingertips and start to lift your hips. Take your gaze straight up, roll it back, or keep it forward. Take another breath into the thighs, the hip flexors, shoulders, and sit those hips down. You're gonna lengthen up and come out and over for a wide-legged child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. So this is a big counter to that back bend we just did. So take a couple of breaths to soften. All right, and then slowly come on up. You're gonna make your way into table. And once you hit table, right leg's gonna stretch back behind you, push through your heel. And then just switch, kind of stretching into the back of your legs for a second. If you need to do it a couple of times, then by all means, kind of march out the legs. We were sitting on those heels for a little while. Yeah, okay, and then you're gonna roll into a couple of rounds of cat and cow here. Just to get moving with the breath. To get any stale junk kind of dislodged. If you've got it stuck somewhere, and move it around so you can get rid of it. One more. And then come back to your table. Sweep your feet over to the right. Take your gaze over your right shoulder and breathe. All right, and then come back through the middle and sweep your feet over the left. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. And breathe into your right side. Again, just trying to make space. And come back through the middle. All right, from here, you're gonna take your right arm, sweep it up. You can lean a little bit into your left hand, open as much as you want. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna thread underneath. Come onto your right shoulder, your right ear. Keep the hips square, keep the tops of your feet rooted, and walk the left hand straight forward. And as the left fingertips walk toward the top of your mat, feel your outer left hip drag back. And then press gently into the back of your right arm. And take deep breaths into this really kind of supercharged twist. Freeing up more space. All right, and then slide your hand back in front of your nose. You're gonna come up and again, sweep your right arm up toward the sky. And you're gonna flip the palm and take the back of your hand to your low back. And we end up in this kind of half-bound table-y thing. And just take a moment here. Feel the head of your arm bone lift. And then you're gonna tuck your toes under and come on up onto your knees and slide your right hand all the way to the outside of your left hip, and you're gonna clasp your hands. So you end up looking like this here. And hug those arms in, especially this left elbow. You wanna keep it drawing in, right? Inhale. And when you exhale, slowly start to drop your left ear over your left shoulder. And when you get over there, shake your head gently side to side. If your toes are screaming, you can always untuck them. It's all good. If your knees are screaming, you can always put something underneath. I'm gonna roll your chin down to your chest. Inhale, lift your head. Gonna release the hands still clasped behind your back. Breathe into the front of your body and shake your head a little bit side to side. And then from here, you're gonna bring your hands into prayer. Take your left leg and step it straight out to the left for a little parigasana. And you're gonna come onto that left heel. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and as you exhale, you're gonna take your left hand and drop it. Keep your tailbone long. Feel this whole right side thigh lengthen out of the hip. Roll the right shoulder open, take your gaze up. And then you're gonna take this right hand, flip it up over to the floor. Drop the left toe, so now you're in like a warrior 2 foot, right? Still on the outer edge of the mat. You're gonna take the left arm up and over. That's it. And then from here, you're just gonna take this left hand and walk it back. So you end up in table, sliding that left leg underneath. So I'm gonna keep flipping back and forth, just to confuse you, right? Then we'll do the other side. So you're gonna take your left arm, sweep it up, make some space, keep reaching through those fingertips, and then slide it underneath. You're gonna thread that needle. Press into the tops of your feet. Walk your right hand forward as you slide the right hip back. Press into the back of your left arm. Take the twist a little deeper. And then slide your right hand underneath. Come on up. You're gonna sweep your left arm up to the sky again. Flip your palm. Take the back of your hand to your low back. Square your chest back to the mat and find your table here. Half bound, one-armed table. And then tuck your toes under. You're gonna lift yourself back up and then slide the fists to the outer right hip. Squeeze the elbows in and breathe. Toes can stay tucked or untucked. Inhale, and when you exhale, drop your right ear over your right shoulder. Give your head a gentle shake side to side. And roll your chin down to your chest. From here, you're gonna inhale, lift your head. Keep the fingers interlaced. Slide the hands down again, lift your chest. Release, hands come into prayer, and now we're gonna take the right leg out. Come onto the right heel. Parigasana. All right, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, sweep over to the right. Let the right hand drop. Lengthen your tailbone. Roll the left shoulder open. Take your gaze up toward the ceiling. And as you press into this right heel, you're gonna come on up. Drop your left hand out to the side. Drop the ball of your right foot down. So now you're parallel again with this long edge of your mat. Sweep your right arm up and over your ear, and feel this whole right side body now lift. Making space here. You get so tight, everything kind of chains its way down, right? And it starts to tighten up. So we're getting rid of stale junk, so move that around. You can let your head go, shake it out. And you're just gonna slowly walk your hands back to the top of the mat, slide your right knee underneath you, and then make your way into a downward facing dog. And shake your head, pedal out your feet. Take a couple of breaths here. Down dog always feels like home base to me. So find your home base. We've got the body moving, right? Your breath going. So as we start to release the muscles and release that stale junk that's kind of hiding out in your tight spots, find your home base so you can find a comfortable place to kind of hang out with your breath. Take an inhale. And exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Slide your hips back to your heels. Find a child's pose. Support your head however you need to. And breathe. Bring your hands underneath. You're going to take a seat here again in our Vajrasana. coming onto your heels. If you want to grab that block or the blanket, slide it between your heels, or the blanket can come between your thighs and your calves. Take a moment here to close your eyes and breathe. And just these quick moments on your mat can shift so much, can allow you to release, right? Like a quick release valve. So added pressure has somewhere to go, some way to be released. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor your inner wisdom. All the ways that you know how to hit that quick release valve here on your mat and out in the world. Thank you for spending a bit of your time with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste. And that just says, peace out.